All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on a Thursday, and this is Get Noticed with Video Live. So, one of the things that I absolutely love, love, love to talk about with my clients to help them distinguish themselves is customer service. That's a big deal. And it really doesn't take a whole heck of a lot other than time, attention, and caring to really differentiate yourself and your business. But have you thought about using video with your customer service approaches? Well, that's what we're going to talk a little bit about tonight. So, welcome to Get Noticed with Video Live. I'm going to share my short intro video. And while I do that, why don't you let me know that you're here? Just say hello and let me know where you're from. If you're in my VIP community, then I want to welcome you and send you hugs. We're on a different night than we normally are, but we're actually on the night that we'll be on in 2021. So, looking forward to our new schedule and to some really cool announcements about things that are coming up. So, I will see you in just a few seconds. All right, everybody. Once again, I'm Tanya Smith here with Get Noticed with Video Live. I want to thank you so much for joining me on a different night than we normally go live. This week, I had a few complications and some conflicts. As a matter of fact, we actually had our entire system crash. My computer crashed, wasn't able to hear a thing. It was just weird, just out of the blue, but I'm kind of tough on computers. So I was absolutely able to get a new one in just a couple of days, which is great. But we had to get everything set back up again for you and for this live. Thank you so much, Miss Pat. Yes, my Thanksgiving was blessed, and I pray that yours was too. First and foremost, before I dive into this content where we're going to talk about customer service, I'm going to demo for you some of my favorite video apps that you can use for customer service, and I use them personally so I can share them with you from experience and tell you a little bit about how they work. But before I do that, I just want to acknowledge I have seen a number of different posts and private messages sent to my inbox asking for prayers and for positive thoughts and just well wishes from a number of friends and family that are suffering from COVID and from other illnesses. I just want you to know that you are in my thoughts and prayers. I'm always thinking of you. I hope that you and your family members and your loved ones recover fully and in a speedy fashion. But most importantly, just know that I am sending those thoughts and prayers. Every time I get one of those messages, I add you to my list and I'm thinking of you. So I just wanted to make sure to let you know that. Delana, it's good to see you as well, ma'am. Hey, beautiful. I love the picture. I think that's a new one. I love it, love it, love it. The other thing I want to mention is that I just recently joined the Clubhouse app, which is apparently this like exclusive audio only app. And it's really cool so far to meet different people in this space. If you are on Clubhouse, I'm trying to get my name issue fixed right now, but it's currently at T Smith. So look for me and let's follow each other there. And then third and finally, I just want to share with my community members, if you're in the VIP community right now, be sure to give StreamYard permission. If this is your first time watching from there, give StreamYard permission by going to streamyard.com/Facebook so that I can see you and acknowledge you online. Let me do this as well, just to make sure for those of you who are not part of the Video VIPs community, if you want to join, we're on Facebook at Video VIPs. Just look us up. Let's Get Noticed with Video VIPs. That's my personal community of very special, incredible people who are all learning how to use video marketing in a simple way. Because really, that's what we do on this show is I talk to you about how to simplify the way in which you're using video, especially on camera and live stream video, to promote yourself and your business. So we're going to talk a little bit about that right now, and I'm going to dive into 3 tips, 3 ways that you can actually use video for customer service. First of all, let me ask you this. Have you really thought about your customer service efforts? Do you know how you're going to be using customer service to really make your business stand out? I mean, think about the last time you actually participated in some type of business activity as a consumer. So let's say, for instance, you went to a restaurant, or maybe you purchased something online, or it could be any number of things. But as a consumer, when you're purchasing a service, program, or product from another person or from a company, your expectation is that you're going to have fast and friendly service, that it's going to be something that's timely, that you're going to get, communication in a way that makes you feel like, hey, I'm validating my purchase. There's all kinds of things that you want and we demand right now as consumers. So when you think about it on the other side, and you think about how you, as a business owner, as a service business, because that's typically who is part of my family circle online, but as a service business, how are you providing service? Are you providing stellar customer service to people who are interacting with your programs, products, and services? I'll tell you about a recent experience that really turned me off, and it made me go and get a refund, which I hardly ever do. I mean, it's like very rare, once in a blue moon. And by the way, if you've ever felt like you had horrible customer service, give me like a raised hand or something, an emoji in the comments, because I want to know if you face this too. But here's the thing. I had purchased this app. It was a piece of software that I thought was going to be really awesome as a potential way for me to communicate with people through my website. So, like a chatbot type of app. And it was so complicated to really even understand it. And I'm usually pretty good at picking up technology. I mean, I pick it up pretty easy, and usually it's just not that deep. But this one was off the chain. It was just not easy to understand. And there were a whole lot of steps to getting it set up. And so I asked questions, and I'm usually pretty thorough about explaining, hey, here's the steps that I followed so far. This is the knowledge base page or your article that I read through. And here are my specific questions. And the person just kind of blew me off when they responded. And it was kind of behind this veil of anonymity, because it was like a fake name. It was obviously a fake name that was responding to me through their own chatbot. And it just was not, it wasn't friendly at all. It was, in fact, as a matter of fact, I remember this phrase that he added, and I'm saying he, but I don't know who it was, what gender. It could be a non-binary, whatever. I don't know. But the way they responded to me was something like, as I said, dot, 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 and then went on to their explanation. So when you get that type of experience, it's one of those things that will really turn you off. And you may not be in that situation delivering service in that way. Okay. But what you definitely don't want to do is to be the mediocre service provider either, right? You want to be someone who does provide effective, friendly, engaging, connected service so that people want to come back and do business with you again and again. And what I believe, because of course I talk about video all the time, what I believe is that video is an excellent way to help you to do that. And yes, Marcia, yes, it is new. Okay, good, Delana. I caught that. I picked up on that. One of the things that you want to make sure you're doing is that you're being super conscientious about how you put yourself out there, and that you're being friendly. And I think that video is a way to help you to engage with people on a deeper level, as I always say, but it also can help you in more creative ways to really be able to stand out and have your business be one that people talk about, because they're like, oh my gosh, I actually spoke to a real live person, or I learned a little bit more about, this person and their business, or totally understand how to use the program that I bought and I feel good about that. So there's different ways that you can leverage video to help you with customer service. So I'm going to share 3 of those different ways with you. And I'm literally going to share with you some demos as to how I am using these various tools. And I'll share with you each of the tools as well. So let me share my screen real quick here. And the first one I'm going to take you to is a bot. It is not a messenger bot, but it is a bot. And let's see if we can do, there we go. So this one is called Continually. And what I probably need to do is type that on in here in a banner. So let me try to do that for you real quick. But Continually is a really cool bot that I found. And by bot, what I'm talking about is basically these are the little bubbles that typically pop up on the far right bottom side. That's usually where people place them. So you can kind of see a little bubble over here. But there's a way for you to interact with people through your bot. So when the consumer, the person on the other end that's thinking about, checking out your website or your services or whatever, when they're thinking about connecting with you and they go to your site, this little bubble pops up and says, "Hey, how can I help you?" Right? So one of the things that Continually allows you to do is to include a video. And I've included a video, but it also gives you so much more. It gives you the option for people to be able to schedule a meeting, for people to be able to ask questions for troubleshooting. There's a whole bunch of other options as well. So Continually is one of the programs I use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my actual site where I have this so you can see what this looks like. So let me kind of pop this up on screen a little bit bigger. So over here at the bottom right corner, which is typically where it is, because it's just it's a common place where people are going to tend to be looking. I have this click here for help button. Now, the cool thing about this is I've embedded or added the code that comes from Continually. So they tell you what code to include. I've added that into my main website. I also have this same bot Continually on my programs, my courses site, which I use Teachable. And then I have it on other various landing pages and things that where I'm showcasing products and services for my business. Why? Because I want to give people some consistency with the customer service, with the appearance and the visual being similar, you then appear more reliable, right? So let me show you what this looks like or how this works, because it's pretty cool. So when you go into my bot, what's going to happen is there's going to be some quick questions, and here's where I use the video. So notice the video is one of the first things I'm using right here, because I'm giving people guidance on how to use and navigate my website. So this little short video that I've added into my Continually chatbot actually walks people through what they'll find as they go through different navigation tabs and buttons on my site. What does this do? This answers questions that otherwise that person may have needed to reach out and do a phone call or a text message, and it would take a lot of time on their part and my part too to answer. So I'm answering common questions that people might have about the information on my site through that short video. So that's pretty cool, huh? So the way that they do this basically is if you record your video on YouTube, you can do it as an unlisted YouTube video, or if you use it on Vimeo, and I think I'm using a Vimeo video in this case, you can simply add the link into your bot, into the Continually backend. Okay. Now, this takes a little bit of technical savvy, or at least it takes a little bit of a learning curve if you're not used to messing with this kind of stuff. So either you can hire it out and have someone set this up for you, or you sit down and you really map out what are some of the common things people would ask about as it relates to me providing service to them through my website and other platforms. Okay. And then as you think through those questions, you're going to think through the common answers that you would provide as well, and make sure that those answers fall along the path that you're creating. So let me show you what I mean. So when people listen or watch the video, then there's also a couple of other things that they're going to see. They're going to see some options for things that they can ask about. So one says, I need help with my video strategy. I've got a technical question about a course, program, or this website. I'd like to get on your mailing list. Or now I'm just browsing. So watch what I've done with now I'm just browsing. I just added a little GIF that's cute that says, okay, no problem. We appreciate you stopping by. If you have questions, let us know. But this is on autopilot. So this is behaving as a service provider while I'm doing other things. So I'm working with other clients, I'm doing administrative work, I'm speaking or coaching or doing something else for my business while continually my video and other parts of continually's process are working for me. So that's number one. That's the first service tip that I would share with you for video. Good to see you, Pam. All right. So the next thing I'm going to share with you is I'm going to share with you another tool. This tool is called Video Ask. There's a slight difference, but it is also somewhat similar. So let me pull this one up and show you what this looks like. So Video Ask is similar. What I mean when I say that it's similar to continually, and let me put this in here, videoask.com is where you'll go. I do not have affiliate links for these, so definitely just go directly to the sites. Videoask.com is the one we're going to talk a little bit about and explore right now. This specific tool is different from continually in that it is totally about video. Like it's all about video, audience engagement, feedback, recruitment, testimonials. It gives your people who are coming to your space the ability to actually even respond to your video with their own video, which is pretty darn neat. So on the website, for instance, if you used a little widget, sort of like the chatbot I just showed you, but using Video Ask, let me show you what this could look like. I'm going to show you my site. My former training and coaching site was on a platform called New Zenler. So let me pull that up. So you kind of see it at the bottom here. Now look what's cool about this. See how the video is actually playing? So it's got my face and I'm talking. So it captures attention very quickly. And it's still well branded with my signature raspberry pink, but it's well branded, but it's catching people's attention and it says, talk to me. And so what I've done here is I've actually created a video with Video Ask where I am soliciting from the person who is viewing my site to ask questions or to let me know what they most want to know about relative to the courses and programs that were on that site that I used to use, right? I don't use this particular one anymore. I don't use Video Ask at this time. It's a little pricey and I already have continually, so I didn't need two of the same type of apps, but I do really like the look and the appearance of Video Ask. And let me blow it up so you can see it really good here. But I like how it kind of moves and has that animation going because it's going to catch attention. It's going to get people's attention. They're going to want to click on it and see what's going on. So when they click, it pops up the Video Ask form. Check that out. Isn't that cool? So it gives buttons so they can respond with a video or they can respond with an audio message or with a plain old text message. So this is very different. It's unique compared to most of the bots and other type of chat tools that I've seen. And I do like it. Again, you just want to determine whether or not you have something that is of a similar nature that's already doing that for you or not. And you want to look into the cost because even with Black Friday, for me, it still was a little pricier than I wanted to spend, given that I already have an existing tool, which I have a lifetime deal for. So, but I do love it. And Angelica, I knew you would love that too. All right. We tend to like a lot of the same things, my VIPs and I. So I know that my community members typically love this kind of stuff because it's so cool and creative. And it really is about helping you not only to provide much better service, but to differentiate yourself from other people that do something of a similar nature to what you do. But you're differentiating yourself by the level of customer service and attention you're giving to the people that you serve. Love that. Love it. And Miss Pat loves that too. Yes, yes, yes. So I do like this one, and it's one for you to check out. It is very unique, and I honestly, I kind of probably need to go back and reconsider using it because I do like how it pops up really large and gives people all those options for responding. When you get the response, by the way, because I've gotten a few of these, when you get the response from the person, for instance, that is sending you a video, you're going to get a notification in your email and you're going to go into your video ask account. And you can either choose to respond to the person with another video. So y'all are like videoing back and forth, or you can schedule a meeting. There's a lot of different options for how you react to their reaction, right? So it's not as simple as continually, but it does give you yet another means, another way that, again, is highly unique for being able to address issues, customer service problems, questions that people might have about your services and your website. All of that is available to you. So continually was the first one that we shared. And then video ask is the second, and they're very similar. The third one I'm going to share with you now is called ScreencastOMatic. Now, ScreencastOMatic is highly affordable. I think it's under $30 a year. And I have been using it forever. I'm an early adopter, so I'm one of those people that likes to try things, get in there and tinker around, so I can come back and tell you about it, right? So ScreencastOMatic I've had forever, and let me share with you how I use this for video customer service. Um, if you notice, there are a number of videos that I have in this. This is my back office for ScreencastOMatic, right? The thing about ScreencastOMatic is it's a tool, it's a software that you install to your personal computer. And when you install it, what's going to happen is it gives you a screen recording service so that you're able to record what's going on your screen. And you can include a webcam view. So for instance, some of you may have been familiar with Loomly. I think it's called Loomly, where there's a little circular picture or webcam, and then people are teaching and instructing on a slide or something else that they're screen sharing at the same time, right? Similar to kind of to what I'm doing here on StreamYard, but slightly different because it's pre-recorded. So I used to do a lot of my, and I still do sometimes, my courses where I would screen record using ScreencastOMatic, and then I would pop myself up on the screen in a little bitty bar or square at the bottom, teaching certain processes or systems or whatever it might be. But I'm showing them step by step how to do different things. So here's the beauty of this tool for customer service. Let's say, for instance, you have someone who is brand new to your business. It's a new coaching client, for instance, and maybe they don't know how to access your coaching dashboard, or maybe they don't know how to set up their first appointment, or whatever it may be that you're trying to share with them how to do. Having a set of tools like this, having a dashboard that you can do or store your pre-recorded videos and short tutorials is a great way to create like a little playlist or library for people that shows them how to do certain things that otherwise it would be taking you time to meet with them one-on-one to talk about. Because look, if they get this part out of the way, whatever those instructions are, when you actually meet in person for your video coaching or for your call, whatever the session is you might be doing, you can get into the meat of things because they've already done everything they needed to do. They've got the instructions. So think about the common customer FAQs, the frequently asked questions that people are asking you when you're onboarding new clients. Create short video tutorials for them and then share those. Share those in your chosen space. So I use ScreencastOMatic, and I'll show you, like, for instance, there's one down here that I've used with some of you in the VIP community. It's called How to Schedule Facebook Live from the Native app. So for those people who may be needing to know how to do that and they don't want to use a third-party platform, they can use my screen. All I have to do is send them a link in my email and say, hey, in preparation for the challenge, one of the things that I want you to do is to be able to record a Facebook Live. And if you don't already have a subscription to a platform, here's a quick 5-minute video or 2-minute video on where you go to do that, right? Pretty cool. So I'm just sending them that link that takes them directly into my library, if you will. Let me see if I can blow this one up so you can kind of see what it looks like when the person comes to view it. And you can add little notes and details to the video. So let me blow that up a little bit more. You can add little notes and details to the video while you're actually recording. You can have, see how I have this little yellow circle? You can barely see it probably on your screen, but it moves with your mouse. So whatever you're clicking, it's going to follow along with that. Whatever you're screen sharing, you can literally use this tool to give people a specific tutorial on what their next step should be. This is such a neat way to provide customer service. Another way that I've used it in the past has been to, if someone has a question, so let's say, for instance, they go to that continually chat bot that I showed you first, and they say, hey, I'm having trouble accessing my system. I can't get into my dashboard to get into my course. What I can do is record a short video using screen share to show them exactly what they should do to be able to get a new password. And then I can shoot that quick video over to them. And that resolves their issue in just a few short minutes. So can you see the beauty in using more video for your customer service? It is so effective, and it makes things so much more personal when you can share with someone something, in an engaging manner through video, where you're directly addressing the need that they said they have. Video tutorials, I do that for paying clients, but did not think about doing that for potential clients. Great suggestion. I'm so glad you love that, Angelica. Yes. So I hope I have given you, I know I've always given you a lot to think about with these training tutorials, but I wanted to make sure to share with you some demos, like some real-time apps and tools that you can use so you can start thinking differently about video, because it's not just about getting on and saying, hey, I'm live today. I'm live and I'm talking, and hey, this is what I ate today. Yeah, those are great too. And people do follow the video blogs, but how can you be more strategic and really promote your business differently and service the customers and potential customers, your leads, in a different way? Video can help you do that. So yes, and I think so too. It will definitely set you apart from others, Miss Pam. Yes, 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 yes. I'm excited, and I love this too, Pat. I think Video Ask would be great on my website because it's ministry related. Yes. So people blow that up, see the video, and maybe they even share with you, Pat, a video back saying, hey, here's what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm seeking prayer for those that are comfortable with video. For those that aren't, they have the audio option. Yes, I can absolutely see that. I love that Dr. Missy is saying be intentional. Yes. All of this is about being strategic, being on purpose, and doing things with intent, as she just said. So I hope that these tools will help you to do just that. Yes, yes, yes. Loving it. Okay, so let me recap the 3 tools that I mentioned. The first one, and I didn't do a banner for the last one, so let me make sure I do that too. I usually try to have these beforehand, but I'm just slacking a little bit today. So I have all 3. So the first one is continually. It's continual.ly. Love this service. I've used this for quite a while now, and it has a lot of different options and paths that you can send people on depending on what their questions are. I showed you Video Ask, videoask.com, and that was where we had the little circular avatar at the bottom that you could click and blow up and give people an option to respond to with their own video. Love that. It's super unique and very differentiated. And then the third and final one is ScreencastOMatic.com, my favorite screen share and screen recorder app. and it's super affordable to use that one. So I know there's a lot of different ones out there. Camtasia has Snagit, and there's a whole bunch of different ones that people are using, but that's the one that I tend to use. And I use it for more than just tutorials. I use it for creating my lessons and my pre-recorded courses, in addition to sometimes using StreamYard for that purpose as well. But lots of different things that you can do with any one of those tools. I am looking forward to hearing in my VIP community how you're using any one of those tools once you try them out. So ask me questions in the community if you've got them, and ask me questions here in this video. If you're watching by replay, just type in hashtag replay for me. If this is your very first time, type in hashtag newbie, because I want to make sure to acknowledge you as well. And then, of course, for all my VIP community members, you know I love you. I cannot wait to reconnect again. We're going to be starting up our Let's Go Live challenges again in January 2021. I already have dates all the way set up for the entire year. So that calendar will be available to you. In fact, I haven't posted our December calendar in the group yet, but I will be doing that soon. We're having to change a few things around just because it's one of those months where we're doing a lot of preparation, and I have so many things happening for you in the coming year. I just cannot wait to share all those things with you. Yes, ma'am. I got my OG right here. Yes. And then Pam said, whoop, whoop. Yep, I cannot wait for these things to come. Um, Yes, Dr. Missy, Loom, I like Loom as well. I think Loom is very similar to Screencast-O-Matic, but I do not have a subscription service or a paid service with Loom myself. My understanding is that it's very similar to Screencast-O-Matic. The thing I do like about Loom's visual appearance is I like how it does the circular image of you in the webcam. And from what I hear, it's pretty easy and simple to use. Screencast-O-Matic has been my go-to forever, so I just have never seen a need or had a need to move over to that. But I think that they're pretty similar, and what I would suggest is trying to do a trial of both of them and seeing which one you prefer the most. All right, checking to see if I see any other questions. Yes, I am excited too. More to come, y'all, but I just want to wish you a very happy rest of the week. I know we have just a couple of days before the weekend hits. We'll be back next week. I may be moving to Thursdays for the rest of this month. So let me give you a heads up, except for Christmas week. But I'll be sharing more about that in our private group. All right, folks. Have an amazing rest of the week. If you do have questions, put them into the comments. I'll come back and check in a few hours and just see what I need to respond to. But I just appreciate you being here live. And I always appreciate the questions and the comments and the encouragement. And definitely, as I mentioned before, I'm keeping you and your family and your loved ones in my thoughts and prayers for health, for safety, and for abundant blessings. So take care of yourself, and I will see you next week.